On the first play from scrimmage, sophomore quarterback Nick Ferrer found Cam Smith streaking down the sideline for a 79-yard touchdown in front of a packed house at Bishop Darcy Stadium in the Cougars' home opener. Smith elevated himself to number 2 all-time on the Cougars' career receiving yards list with 2,252 yards, while St. Francis rattled off a 59-16 win over Olivet. Man, it felt good to get back to playing football.
Well, we played hard. Our players were excited about playing, and they played extremely hard. First ball game, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. Got to cut our penalties down in half. I think we got penalized 16 times and made typical first game mistakes, but you can make up for a lot of that with the passion and the speed that you play. So I was real pleased with our effort.
The Cougars finished the game with 2 100-yard rushers in senior Aaron Harris and freshman P.J. Dean. Redshirt freshman Justin Green chipped in 88 yards, while another freshman, Tyrone Young, finished with 51.
We have 4 very talented young men, and we need to put the ball in their hands because any of the 4 can make something happen good for us. So a lot goes back to the offensive line. We got to win the line of scrimmage or at least neutralize it so that we have a little bit of air to find, and those guys will find it and make something happen.
Leading the charge for the Cougar ground game were Offensive Linemen of the Week Brian Gegner, Connor Holcomb, and Sean Ryan.
Well, I thought we got very good center play. Our centers actually were the Offensive Linemen of the Week. Did a good job. That's the toughest adjustment, and handling things in the middle. And playing against an odd front defense where somebody's in your face all day, they did a super job. I think it's coming together. I think we got a dozen guys right now that are still fighting it out for time on the field, so we're starting to get some depth there as well.
The receiving corps came into the season as one of the deepest position groups on the team, and they did not disappoint this past weekend, hauling in 6 combined touchdowns from quarterbacks Ferrer and junior Brad Jarzab.
We've got an outstanding receiving corps. Coates, Smith, McDowell, Appenzeller, Boswell, Gaston, Stewart, Gegner. I mean, we got some guys that are good football players in the receiver position. And I think we've got some quarterbacks that can get the ball to them. I thought Nick played a good game. I'm sure he's looked back and saw some things that he can make better. Brad came in and played a quarter and a half there in the second half and made some things happen. Threw a great strike to Seth Coate on the individual route, and he made a great catch in the end zone, but he put it on the money. So, I think we got a pretty good balance right now of run pass.
That balance spilled over onto the defensive side of the ball, where the Cougar defense held Olivet to just 264 total yards. Here we see junior defensive end Carrington Thompson hit quarterback Matthew Ray, leading to a Spencer Cowherd interception. Leading the defense in tackles was freshman linebacker Pearson Harnish with 11.
Played very fast. When you have outstanding performances, offense or defense, it starts in the line of scrimmage. And I think our defensive line is extremely quick, maybe the quickest we've ever had. We're young in the second level. All 3 of those guys, it was their first college start, but they played well. Harnish had 11 tackles. He was everywhere. Muncie, his first college start. Cowherd was in the program, but first college start. So Marcus Stepp came in and played and did very well. We'll have McDowell back this week. He was out last week, so there's another speedster, at that second level. So, and then in the back end, I think we've got great team speed back there as well.
Up next, St. Francis will travel to Upland, Indiana for a 7 p.m. kickoff at Taylor. The Trojans beat Anderson University 51-10 this past Saturday, and sophomore defensive back Dovie Gamble was named the Mid-States Football Association Special Teams Player of the Week.
I've always had tremendous respect for Taylor University and their football team. You never play Taylor that they're not going to play you tough. They give 100%, a little bit more than that. They're going to play physical, they're going to play fast, they're going to bring it on defense. They've got a couple receivers that are 6'5", 6'6". They got a new freshman quarterback who has all the physical ability in the world. Got a couple backs over 200 pounds that are a load. You better tackle them. So again, it'll be a tough football game. You know, we played them a year ago and they were beat up and injured, so you know it wasn't the typical game. But playing them early in the year while they're healthy, it'll be a dogfight. Again, I have a lot of respect for this football team. They're well coached and class kids, and you know it'd be a great game.
With the stands packed and the excitement of the 2015 season finally upon us, even senior Cody Appenzeller had butterflies in his stomach. So much time, commitment, and hard work was put into the offseason and summer workouts. So when kickoff finally arrived, the team just wanted to play hard and put on a show for the fans.
You know, I was pretty anxious to start the game, and then when I lined up back there on kick return, I was, you know, thinking, you know, all the workouts that we've been through the past 9 months, you know, we didn't really know how the season would go. We knew we put in the hard work, and right when they kicked the ball, I was just kind of like, you know, here's my final season, and then the ball just kind of went right through my hands. But after that, you know, the nerves went away, and then we could just kind of calm down and play. I still think, you know, throughout the game, you could tell that a lot of guys were still nervous. You know, Harris and Kale, I mean, those are veteran guys. I mean, they know what they're doing. And, you know, they had a couple mental mistakes, but other than that, you know, I feel like once everyone calmed down, we did our job well.
So well that the Cougars held a 21-0 lead just 7 minutes into the game. Appenzeller scored the second touchdown from 13 yards out on a jet sweep.
Well, we knew we wanted to start out fast. We wanted to huddle up after each play. We didn't want to, you know, come out, you know, sweating and stressing over, you know, how fast we can get lined up and snap the ball. We wanted to come out and, you know, take the ball downfield, which we did the first play of the game. And after that, we kind of, you know, got some rushing yards with Harris, and then Green got in the mix, got us down the field. And then, you know, the call came in for that jet sweep, and we're supposed to stretch it fast and wide and not cut it up too soon. When we hit the edge, I know Stu picked up a good block and Green kind of chipped him. And then once Green got past that defender, he made a really good cut block that, you know, without that block, I would have been down at the 5 or 6 yard line. So without that block, you know, by Green and Stu, that play wouldn't have gone anywhere.
Cody's second touchdown of the game came on a similar play, but he felt the need to improvise to get 6 for the Cougars by cutting upfield and bowling his way into the end zone.
I don't really think it's designed that way. It's the same play that my first touchdown was on, but we're supposed to read the running back's block. If he kicks out the defensive end, we got to, you know, cut it up, you know, find the hole. And I don't know, as a running back in high school, whenever you see a hole in the end zone, you really have no choice but to try to cut it up and put your head down. You know, I think I could have still stretched it wide and scored like the first one, but I think my old instinct just kicked in and just tried to dive for the end zone.
Appenzeller's 2 touchdowns match his season highs from the previous 2 years. The last time he scored twice in a game was at the University of Cumberland's in the 2013 playoffs.
Looking, being pursued, steps up, throws right, catch is made, and a cut by, there's Appenzeller again, curls to the right side, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and Appenzeller leaps into the end zone.
I didn't really think too much back at that. I knew, you know, 2 touchdowns matches my career high or whatever, but, you know, I just try to, when I do get the ball, they do want me to make a play, I just try my best to make the play. And I think at Cumberland's I only got the ball twice and scored twice, and that's what I did this past week. And, you know, I don't really care too much about stats as long as, you know, we win and I do my job. I don't want to fail the team when my name is called. So I just try to do my best and support my teammates and try to make the best I can.
St. Francis has won 5 straight games versus Taylor, but this season the Trojans have a bit of swagger, bringing back an All-American safety and 6'3", 220-pound Adam Sauter. The senior entered this season with 267 career tackles.
I know yesterday we cut film short watching our last opponent, and you know, we dedicated it to Taylor because we know how physical and how fast their defense plays. We don't know much about their offense. I think they have a new quarterback. He's a big, tall guy and likes to chuck the ball deep, and they have a tall receiver. And I know that safety's real good, and they have a couple real big guys on the defensive line. So we're expecting them to play hard and play fast, all 4 quarters, and we know that if we slip up or take a play off, that they'll make us pay for it. Their safeties like to play run support, so at the inside receiver position, we got to be ready to block for those running backs.
With such a tough physical defense in Taylor, here are Appenzeller's keys to success.
Blocking downfield, not giving up on plays. Last week, I know I did it a few times, kind of turn around trying to watch the running backs, do something with the ball instead of blocking downfield. And I know Harris had a couple breakout runs, Dean, Green. We got to make sure we're keeping our blocks downfield, especially with these real talented safeties we're playing this week. So just keep playing hard till the whistle and, keep moving the ball.